Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On the set.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 52 yards. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Corral. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Foreman. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Corral on 2nd down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Corral on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinals. Anthony Schwartz from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Okay.
7-7, our score after one. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Hurts sets up to throw it. Ballooning, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. There he goes, left side. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 31, Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Go!
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Rashawn Gary, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about
touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'll take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
That swung out wide to Sanders. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. But just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Corral. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
3rd and goal. Here's Corral. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A carry for Foreman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38.
They go play action with Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
It's caught. Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And a loose football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Corral from his own end zone. Able to get this one to McBride.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Foreman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
97 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Off the play fake. Here's Corral.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Corral, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Third and long, Corral. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points,
and that's caught inside the 35. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's got Smith here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Corral looking to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On third down, here's Corral. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back to throw, Corral. This is taken in by McBride.
And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Here's Corral on first down. Goes right back to McBride.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey McBride,
32 yards.
and the Cardinals are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Come on.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion. Hurts will throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Corral. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs.
Corral lost it. The ball is out, and it's picked up by the Eagles, running right through him. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer. it.